Overall, in the last couple of quarters, hiring has slowed down, and I still believe that that may continue for another quarter or two. But it will be a V-shaped recovery. As an entrepreneur, you need to be prepared for, uh, I think, a lonely journey where there will be ups and downs in your life. Unstop is the largest student community of close to about 7 million members. And we treat Unstop as a talent discovery and engagement platform.
Hi, you are watching SightsIn and this is Romesh. Please do subscribe to the channel for the HR news, for HR updates and conversation with the top-notch CHROs and business heads. Today, we are privileged to have Mr. Ankit Aggarwal. He is the founder and CEO of Unstop. Welcome, Ankit.
Thank you so much, Romesh. Pleasure to be here.
Ankit, I have gone through your profile today. You have been associated with a couple of companies like Salesforce, like Deloitte Consulting, like Sapient, like Teach for India. You also took an initiative for a startup. It is getadmissions.com in 2011. And you started this current firm Unstop in 2017. So, Ankit, here I would like to take a stop for myself. And if you can let us know that what is Unstop?
So, Ramesh, Unstop is the largest student community of close to about 7 million members. And we treat Unstop as a talent discovery and engagement platform. So what it does is that it's a digital playground for students to learn, upskill themselves, practice their skills through different engagements, and gain CV points or even get hired. And on the other side, the employers are looking at going beyond boundaries to reach out to every, let's say, a female coder or coders or MBA grads or UG grads across institutes and across disciplines so that they get the best talent in their company. Gone are the days where, and I think it's a shift, gone are the days where they only used to go to certain set of campuses. Now companies are more open to taking talent from any college, any city, any discipline, as long as they're clearing their thresholds. And at Unstop, we are that platform which is connecting students across disciplines to employers so that they can engage with themselves and the employers are able to discover talent and eventually hire them. And that's the biggest chunk of Unstop. We do it through different engagements like a hackathon, quizzes, case studies. So just to give an example, a company can launch a hackathon, let's say for only female coders or MBA grads. They will receive mammoth amount of registrations. So for one such company like a Flipkart, we got 4.7 lakh students registered for just one engagement. Walmart, on the other hand, did a hackathon when they ended up hiring about 160 female coders. Then we had Tata Sons that opened up their platform for their task program, which was open to all students, and 2.3 lakh students participated. And then we have the likes of Amazon, which only did it for MBAs, and Accenture, which only did it for UG students. So there's a plethora of options, and the basic sense is that we are providing this digital playground for employers to connect with students and freshers, to discover them, engage with them, and finally hire them.
Yeah, it's what I understood that you're doing this hiring for a particular client and you get collect lots of registered candidates for particular hackathon and you also provide them a particular kind of a training and keep them engaged. Is it so?
So essentially, Ramesh, as a platform, what happens is that we have an active user base of close to 7 million students. Now, all these 7 million students come onto the platform every day, every week, every month to engage with other companies that are hosting their engagements on the platform. Let's say, let me give an example that students on day one of their UG or PG, they don't know what they need to do or which profile they should be going after or which company or industry they should be going after, right? So let's say if you're an engineer, You have interest in product management, data science, as well as full stack development. If you're an MBA, you have interest in marketing, sales, and let's say finance, right? Over a period of a year or 2 years into your academic curriculum, you start participating in different engagements from a Flipkart, Amazon, Ola, Uber, Reliance, Tata's. All these are our clients, right? Different industries, different roles, different companies, right? And then while you participate in them, we are able to figure out that, hey, student A was interested in these three skills, but we believe that you have proficiency in A skill or a B skill, right? Let's say product management and data science for an engineer. And similarly, student B, who is eyeing MBA, might be proficient more in marketing. So what we are able to do is that we are also able to communicate to students that, hey, we believe that you're best suited for marketing or you're best suited for product management. And similarly, when we do that, we are also able to give interested candidates to those companies who only want to hire marketing folks or product management folks. So as a platform, we are solving both the problems from the student's point of view as well as from the company's point of view. In a nutshell, you would have heard about Naukri, where Naukri sources candidates. You already know about Ambition Box and Glassdoor, where companies are able to brand themselves. We have assessment players like a Mercer Metal and all, which are used to sort of evaluate candidates on certain skills. And then there is LinkedIn, which is connecting these. We are all four combined into one, but only for freshers and early talent. And that's our niche.
Yeah, yeah, Ankit, there are also a couple of more platforms. For example, TCS Ion. You can say that is the assessment platform. They do some assessment for the campus hires, maybe for the fresher candidates, and they conduct the national qualifier test, NQT, you can say, and they also provide some scoring system. And on the basis of this, other companies can hire these candidates. L&T Edutech, that is another company which is also, working on this model somehow. So, how do you differentiate yourself with these companies?
So
Just
all
like
these are basically only recruitment platforms, Romesh. If I talk about TCS NQT, mainly that is for engineers, only coders, and they have tie-ups with few companies who might be able to recruit people who have given those assessments. But those assessments are standard assessments, which is done by TCS, right? In our case, all the companies, let's say all the brand names that I took, they are doing their individual hackathons to reach out to all these guys. In a TCS Ion NQT, the branding is only of TCS. No other company gets that branding exercise or the mind share, right? So effectively, what they are only doing is that they are getting few candidates who might be pre-assessed and they may want to hire them. But from the branding perspective, students is not getting what exactly that company stands for. Okay. Plus, on the other side, we have a whole community with us. TCS Ion or any such is not a community. It's not a community where students can interact with each other or students can interact with the employers. It's just like a Naukri platform, right? Where you can actually source candidates. In certain cases, you can assess them. What we are saying is that at Unstop, companies can engage with talent in any means possible, which is hackathon case studies. And by engaging with that talent, they get the best mind share of students. See, students need to know what, let's say, a Sapient is after, which was my first company, right? What Sapient does, why should I be joining Sapient, right? And that can only be done when Sapient is engaging with students directly. And that's the new shift in this whole arena. So, and if they have 10 companies, they may have 100, right? If they have maybe 1,000 students, we may have 1 lakh students. The scale is very, very different from any of these competitors that you're talking.
yeah, absolutely. Engaging with the talent, that is very important for any of the hiring system, for any of the company. So that is very nice part. As you said that you started your career with the Sapient, then you joined the Deloitte Consulting, and after that you started a firm that is getadmissions.com. And I think as per your LinkedIn profile, you have continued it for the 1 year. So I would like to know that how has been your 1 year journey, and what is your experience about this?
No, I think that was a fabulous journey. My sort of first startup where we wanted to put across all colleges and institute on a common platform, because when we were starting off, there was a huge hue and cry about nursery admissions. Parents used to go and stand in lines in Delhi, right? And they used to be every college, every school, different timings, different lines. So that was a huge hue and cry. We thought that why can't we bring all schools, institutes, universities on a common platform? As a parent, you select which school, university you want to go to, which degree, whether UG, PG, nursery, K-12. You select all of them, fill up just one form that houses all the unique information about different application form of universities. You make one payment and boom, application goes everywhere. That was the idea. We believe that in 2011, 2012, the timing was not right to do this. And maybe we as an industry, or let's say the sector, is not conducive enough to have everybody online. So premier colleges do not want to come online onto a common platform because of the premiumness. And the non-so premier colleges, even if they come on a common platform, there isn't any money to be made because there are not too many applications. Until date, we don't have such platform, right? And that surprises me. So we basically realized those challenges, and then we moved off to let's say other career journeys that I've had.
Yeah. So after the 1 year, after the closure of this getadmissions.com, you have joined another company, that is the Teach for India. Then you have joined the Salesforce, and then again you have joined another company, that is Crown It. And in 2017, you have started Unstop. So what has motivated you to start another firm, and which is really doing good as of now?
During my MBA, I was interested in participating in multiple competitions. I realized that the the engagements, the information about those engagements that used to happen, though very lower in numbers, is not reaching me in time. And that's why I thought that let me start a blog. Any information that I get in time, I should push it on that blog so that the other students can also hear about that. And it started off as a blog during my MBA days. Then when I went full time into this, I converted that to a website where other students and other organizers can also post information. And now in the current version, pretty much they don't have to just push the information, they can do that engagement on the platform itself. So now it's a full stack HR tech platform.
So now, Ankit, also I would like to understand from you that how the hiring is going on as of now. Because if you look at the IT and tech companies, so hiring is either slow or freeze somewhere. There's not much demand of talent as of now. How do you see what is going to be the hiring trend in IT and tech companies in remaining of this year, 2023, and in coming year, 2024?
No, I think overall in the last couple of quarters, hiring has slowed down, and I still believe that that may continue for another quarter or two. But it will be a V-shaped recovery, right? Because hiring is slowing down only because of the macro environments, which will change in a matter of a quarter or 2 quarters, and then it will be a V-shaped recovery. Like how we did a V-shaped recovery after COVID, where in the first 6 months there was hiring freezes and all, and then it boomed, right? Everybody started hiring more than what they wanted to. I think that phase will come in another 6 to 9 months. So yes, today the hiring is down because everybody is becoming a bit cautious about their hiring needs, right? How the business will flow, they're uncertain. But there will be times where this will change to a more certain environment, and then they will be on a hiring spree.
Yeah, so when do you expect the hiring will pick up in this IT and tech industry? Is it in next year, in second and third quarter or so?
Yeah, next financial year, I think starting of next financial year we will see a V-shaped recovery, maybe before or at the start of the financial quarter.
And what about the other sectors? I think you have the clients across the sectors.
This is across sectors, Romesh. I think what happens is that there are few sectors that give you a better indication of other sectors as well, right? So if you basically see IT companies are slowing down, right? And they are cutting down on their hiring. Now, just to understand why are they cutting, that means that their business, they're seeing a lower, let's say, estimate of the revenue. So then let's go into their business, right? What industries are giving them what percentage of their business? Because effectively, if they've seen that, then those industries are slowing down. Majority of the industries that are with, let's say, IT companies are BFSI, right? Manufacturing, other companies, right? So when you go through that, you will realize that it is across industries. It's not just one industry, it is across industries, across length and breadth. And that's the first effect that you can see if IT companies start hiring lesser and consulting companies start hiring lesser, right? These two for me becomes those benchmarks and sort of I think lagging indicators that there is slowdown that is happening in the market. Because the first two things that get cut when any of these things happen, let's say a recession or a slowdown, one is consulting projects that we have seen, and the second is your IT spends. You don't go heavy on IT spends.
Yeah, right. In IT and tech industries, they already have the for talent, the talent unbanked as of now. And how to see about the other sectors like renewable energy, like e-commerce.
Product-based companies, e-commerce, and any startups, they are on a spree to hire more and more, right? Anything which is more digital, they are hiring. But that is basically true for maybe India, where right now as well, the GDP is growing, the economy is growing, and your disposable incomes are also growing, right? And that's why those industries which are related to them, like an e-commerce industry or B2C industry, I think those industry will continue to grow. BFSI in India will continue to grow, in my opinion, right? Only because we've still not penetrated to the extent that we can in the rural or the semi-rural areas of India, right? But definitely there are concerns about hiring sprees on the service-based companies, the companies which are dependent on other industries, right? Shipping, all those manufacturing. I think there is a tremendous slowdown on those industries as such.
And Ankit, how do you see the hiring is evolved in last couple of years? I would say in 3, 4 years, many platforms are coming, like some assessment platforms, like some background verification platforms into this HR tech space. How do you see this?
HR tech as a domain is now cluttered. But I think HR tech is a very, very vast domain, very, very big pie. Many companies can make some good money out of it. The idea is that are you able to create value to your end customers and to your users? Coming back to your question, I think the trends in the HR industry has been changing for last 2 to 3 years because of the number of hires and all. Earlier, few companies were only looking at few set of campuses. Now, majority of the companies that we work with, they want to open their doors to all campuses across India. So the idea is they want to hire the best rather than from the best institutes, right? So why should I hire a 400th ranker from a premier institute versus a 10th ranker in a non-premier institute, right? And effectively, they have realized that not every company might be able to do justice with the aspirations of a premier talent. So what we are saying is that at Unstop, we are trying to connect the right dots. So let's say if there are student A, student B, company C, and company D, right? Now, student A is from Premier Institute, eyeing a high-end job, desk job, maybe high packages. Company D basically is a product company that is really able to give that much, right? So the A and D should match. And similarly, B and C should match. In a current scenario, in campus placement, what happens is that it's like Jai Mata Di. If you're appearing for both the companies, whoever gives you the first offer, you'll have to take it and others. And that's why 70% of all the grads change their first company in a matter of within 2 years. And that's a very, very high number. Correct. So I think what we are trying to do and how the industry is evolving is that they are becoming more prudent. They are now looking at hiring the right talent across colleges, across disciplines.
Ankit, this question is for the people, those who are in job and looking the transition as a entrepreneur. Maybe they want to initiate a startup. You also inspired a lot of people. So, how do you see this journey? Because in this transition, you have to face a lot of challenges. You face a lot of disappointments, some failures. So, what is your advice to these people? How do you see this? How is the journey?
As an entrepreneur, you need to be prepared for, uh, I think, a lonely journey where there will be ups and downs in your life. You may have a plan B, plan A, plan C, plan D. None of them may work. A plan E may work, which you didn't even think about on day one. I think it's an interesting journey. You just need to be a hustler. You need to be out there. You need to be resilient. You need to have that factor to just go beyond your boundaries. I think that's all is needed. If you have a good business idea, if you're creating value for your users as well as customers, you will see success. You just need to hang there.
Right, right. Very brief and to the point response, I would say. Ankit, we have discussed about the Unstop. We have discussed about the some hiring trends for this year and 2024 as well. Anything else would like to share about the Unstop, which is important and we did not discuss here?
I mean, see, Unstop, we are on a very interesting journey uh, where we are redefining the overall I think the architecture of how employers can connect with the early talent. And that gives me sometimes goosebumps where when we see internally what expectations employers have, students have, how we are able to connect them nicely across length and breadth and beyond their boundaries. I think that's what is keeping me busy. And that's where this tagline that you see, where talent meet opportunities, we just want to ensure that any student across the world should be able to meet opportunities, the right opportunities with the companies sitting anywhere in the globe.
Thank you so much, Ankit, for joining the conversation and sharing your wonderful thoughts. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.